All right. So I guess now you understand what the plan was.
Absolutely. At Colts Law, we talk Indianapolis Colts football.
We're going to stick to what we know, fundamentals and technique, 1% better every day.
Welcome to Colts Law. I'm Lawrence Owen, and with me as usual, Colts Loyalist, and today we are going to discuss the fact that Frank Reich had a discussion with the Detroit Lions head coach Dan Campbell and decided they were not going to be playing starters in this game. And, that's news because he announced earlier in the week that he planned on this being his dress rehearsal, which generally means, your starters play for about a half, just to get them kind of up to game speed and stuff before the season starts here in, less than 2 weeks from now. So, my first thing that I want to go over is, I'm going to throw this question over to Loyalist, is really, what kind of effect does not playing your starters in this upcoming third game of the preseason have for the team as a whole? Not just the starters, but also the rest of the guys trying to make the 53.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't know about the team, but man, it sure did bum me out when I first heard it because I was sort of stoked to get to see Jacob Eason run with the first strings because honestly, he hasn't had a chance yet. But obviously, I understand, why he's doing it and stuff. But I would say that this gives us, we've had all these discussions about how complicated, Ballard's job was going to be trying to sort out who makes the roster, who doesn't make the roster. This gives them extra time, probably about an extra 2 quarters, I imagine, because, we sort of assumed that it would be about a half, that the starters would play, and then he'd start thinning them out. So now, like I said, we get an extra 2 quarters to see some of these fringe players that we're still questioning as far as where do they fit? Will they make the roster? Will they be a practice squad member? So we just get to see more of them under competitive, reps instead of, banging heads against teammates and stuff. So I do understand it. And honestly, this is probably with them subtracting a game from the preseason of, our traditional 4 that we had all but last year. This, I think, gives these kids or men an extra opportunity to show what they have. And so maybe some of those guys that, maybe in the coach, like the Des Patmans or the, I don't know, just other players, fill in the name, I just want to say the name right, Andre,
Sacheret.
Sacheret. Yeah.
Sacheret.
See, I was going to mess it, but yeah. Andre Sacheret, getting to see him and because I'll be honest, I'm really hyped thinking that he might make the roster, but, give him another chance if he's cleared concussion protocol and all that to get an opportunity. So I guess it's the best of both worlds because we're not risking any injury to any of our starters, and as you know, this preseason has been filled with, the boot squad and everything else that we've had going on. So for me, I guess after I've had time to digest the information and stuff, I'm more stoked about getting to see these, like I said, see these fringe players, knowing that, our starters are going to have that extra week of rest. I'd like to have seen the Jonathan Taylors and stuff get some, banging out there. But as you know, and we've seen at camp, camp has been a good workout for these guys. So, hopefully that'll be enough that they won't come in week 1 and fall a little flat. Plus, they still got a couple weeks to get out there and really work through some stuff. So I hope to see, get a better idea or a better feel about what the coaching staff is looking for the roster.
Absolutely. I find it a little bit hilarious that you brought up the fact, the Boot Brothers as what Quentin Nelson referred to himself and Carson Wentz, basically rehabbing the exact same injury through the exact same time. It was great. I loved that interview that he had. Hey guys, please smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, and tag that notification bell so that you're notified next time I go live. Don't forget, you can also share this video to your favorite social media, and please open up that description of the video. In there, you find a link to my Patreon, which is only $5 a month. Get all of my content, plus Patreon-specific content, and, of course, my merch shop right here. This video is sponsored by Newsbreak. Newsbreak is an app used over 1.5 billion times a month by people just like you to get local news via articles or videos by those who are focused on that specific area. People like myself. Just use the link in the description of this video to download it. Then search a city, state, or someone specific, like myself, Colts Law. Then make sure to follow them so you'll get all the news fresh as it comes out. Yeah, this is absolutely an opportunity for guys, fringe players, to fill that 53, those last positional spots. Spots like wide receiver. We kind of have an idea that Mike Strawn is going to take that 5th receiver spot, but then you've got guys like Ashton Doolin. You've got guys like Des Patman. You got guys like Tariq Black. You got Vaughns out there. This is an opportunity for them to really solidify and put their name out there, even if they don't make the team, to have tape out there for other teams to possibly pick them up. Another thing that I want to bring up is Jacob Eason named the starter for the Detroit Lions. It was something that was a last-minute thing that was decided last night before practice today. And a lot of people are going to be like, you know what, this is unfair. Ellinger at least had starters to play with him in the Minnesota game. Well, life isn't fair, right? It never has been and it never will be. Jacob just has to take this by the reins and make this as an opportunity and make it the best opportunity that he can. Go out there and show some really good stuff on film with the guys that he is playing with. Now, it's not like he's going to be out there with the 5th strings. You're going to see him with Paris Campbell. You're going to see him with Mike Strawn. You're going to see him with Marlon Mack. These guys are not scrubs out there on the field with him. I believe you will be able to get a lot of good information from him. And then, of course, Sam Ellinger will come in the second half and play with the same guys that Jacob Eason had in last week's game. So,
yeah. And like you said, Coach was sitting there saying, this was never going to be a comparing of apples to apples type of situation. But the thing is these guys have been in the league. They know what they're looking for. They can weight that a lot better than, the average person, as far as understanding what their objectives were and how did they perform at those said tasks. So, yeah, like you said, I mean, yes, as far as the fans go, we're like, hey, this ain't fair. But, as far as the football guys go, I don't think that'll be a big difference for them.
I do expect a few starters to play, even though he stated that, he will not have his regular starters. Like guys like T.Y. Hilton and Michael Pittman probably will not be playing. Some guys that might be playing who are fringe starters, like I said, Paris Campbell probably will get some play time. I'm hoping I get to see a little bit of Kimoko Toure since he missed last week's game. He's a fringe starter as well. And same with a few other guys on this team. So keep an eye out on that. And remember, the score of the game doesn't matter. It's what these players are doing and putting on film that absolutely does. And that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much. If you're watching this on Newsbreak, please go check out the link to YouTube so you can see the rest of our stuff and our live streams. And don't forget to share and hit the like button. And if you're watching this on YouTube, equally, go check out the description. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell, and check out Newsbreak in the description of this video. And until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen with Colts Loyalist, and as usual, have a good one. Make sure to check out the Colts Law merch shop. The link is in the description of this video. There are a ton of high-quality, reasonably priced items there that you can choose from. And all you got to do is just click one button and you can go and check out all these great merchandise items.
Just because a player's not a household name doesn't mean we can't make him a household name.